Our next guest is Jennifer Dickens. I'm going to just welcome Jennifer on. She just joined us. I'm just going to read a short bio. Her business, if you like, is called Awakening Heart Wisdom. She is a Heart Math certified coach from the Heart Math Institute, which is quite a famous institute. I've heard about it for years. At the pinnacle of her career, in the midst of her marital engagement and during the turmoil of her parents' divorce, Jennifer was diagnosed with a precancerous condition. In her words, it was the perfect storm. This is when her awakening started almost 20 fateful years ago. As she sat there in disbelief, the doctor wanting to do more invasive surgery, a voice welled up deep within her and yelled, "No." As her mouth involuntarily blurted out no, the nurse and Jennifer looked at each other in astonishment. Jennifer didn't know where the voice came from, and has spent almost 20 years exploring, healing, evolving, and discovering who and what that inner voice is. Healing and immersing herself in the inner work to discover the source of the voice has been an enlightening and magical journey. After healing holistically, Jennifer continued the inner journey, immersing herself in Kriya Yoga meditation, which led to the answer of who and what that voice was or is, because I think she's still hearing it today. In 2018, it became clear that she had awakened all hearts to divine love and that this would be her life purpose moving forward. She delved into mastering the science of heart and became a heart coherence and resilience coach. As a certified heart math coach, she caringly mentors people in discovering their true authentic self by awakening their own heart, accessing their heart wisdom, and discovering their own divinity. She encourages you to commit to your magnificence and experience the wonderment of divine love. It's beyond anything you can imagine. Attend one of Jennifer's free heart activation classes at jendickens.com /awaken. We'll give that out a little bit later, and it's on her show page. So attend one of the classes to activate your heart, divine wisdom, and open up to a world of wonder and a life of magnificent ecstasy and joy. Inspired by her healing journey, Jennifer left her executive career in the corporate world, where she had worked for prestigious real estate developers, financing global Fortune 100 companies, and founded Whole Life Marketing, a successful health and wellness digital marketing agency, found at wholelifemarketing.com. For the past 12 years, she has committed herself to only providing purposeful service supporting the betterment of humanity. Welcome to the Conscious Wellness Show, Jennifer.
Thank you so much, Ray. Sorry for the long-winded intro, but you got
That's
it
okay.
all in. Good job.
That's good. So, what would you like to tell us about the heart today, or your adventures in discovering that voice?
Well, this is a new year and a new decade, and I find that in working with my clients, that helping people connect with the heart before they create a vision for their life, a vision for the new year, a vision for the future, gives them a deeper, more satisfying answer. It usually comes with a sense of joy, a sense of excitement, a sense of passion. So in my heart activation class, one of the things that I do is I help people get into the heart, then ask the questions and explore what percolates, what comes up. It's very different than the intellectual thinking through what's my life about, what am I going to do, what's really going to bring me happiness. The responses that come from the heart are uh, much more satisfying. So in our intellectual society, we all think we have a structure and we're going to take some time and we're going to sit and we're going to think about it. But actually, if we take some time and sit and move into our heart, move into stillness, then we can really hear our true soul nature, our true authentic self. We can hear, it's not necessarily vocal, sometimes it can be, but it usually comes with a feeling, right? A feeling of joy or a feeling of happiness. And that's when you know you've connected into the heart of who you really are.
So, what does awakening mean to you?
So to me, awakening is an ongoing unfoldment, right? So you awaken to one realization about yourself and your life, and then you grow from that. And then as you go through life, you have other awakenings along the way. So to me, awakening is a journey, is a process. It's like peeling the layers of an onion to get to the core, to get to the being. The more awakening you have, it's an inner state of knowing. I call it an inner state of knowing. And the more awakening you have, um, the more connected uh, you are with what is really true for you. Um,
Which is the inner knowing, and that still voice, or that quiet little voice which comes from the heart, or maybe even above, through the heart.
yeah, exactly, exactly. Or like in my experience when I was sitting in the doctor's office and this voice came up and said no. It was very vocal, right? At in that moment it was very vocal. But most of the time, yes, it's a lot more subtle, it's a lot more quiet. It can be give you a state of inner ease, a state of inner peace, a state of you can shift into a state of uh, uh, kind of like all the troubles dissolve away, even if it's just for a moment or a few moments or for 10 minutes. It's just this state of uh, ease and well-being.
Many great teachers have always brought us back to the heart, for the very same reasons, I believe.
Yeah.
Is there any? I mean, I think that voice is probably there for everybody. It's just that it's lower compared to the ego and perhaps other voices, the conditioning, etc., memories, whatnot. Is there anything people who perhaps have never felt that they could hear that voice, although they probably have if they really thought about it? But is there an exercise where they can perhaps do a little test and see if there's some kind of a voice there that perhaps would make them more of a believer and want to go down that path a bit more?
Sure, sure, exactly. I'll demonstrate an exercise if we want to do it together. So
Sure.
you can do it with your eyes open or your eyes closed, and whatever an individual is comfortable with. But basically, you shift your attention into your heart area, into the center of your chest, and the starting point is to breathe in and out of your heart. So actually feel as if the breath that you're taking, you're breathing in through your heart for about 5 seconds, and then breathing out through your heart for about 5 seconds. So you start with what we call in heart math, heart focused breathing.
Is this through
Okay.
the nose or through the mouth?
Uh, Through the nose. Yeah, you can just breathe in and out through the nose, just slowly and still. So someone would want to do that for about a minute or two and then start creating the feeling in your heart, because feeling a new feeling is really important. So feel the feeling of as you're breathing in and out of the heart, feel the feeling of something that you're super grateful for in your life, or someone or something that you appreciate. And feel the feeling, or try and feel the feeling of appreciation, of gratitude, of someone you care for someone. Sorry, when you care for someone, there's a certain feeling of caring that comes out of your heart. So feel caring and kindness. And just kind of hold that feeling in your heart for a little while and just see how your body's physiology changes. It affects your autonomic nervous system. It'll actually start relaxing you. It'll get you out of a state of fight or flight. So I suggest people start with heart focused breathing in and out for maybe 3 minutes and create that feeling of care and compassion and appreciation and gratitude, and just sit with it for maybe 5 minutes. Do that in the morning when you wake up and in the evening before you go to bed, and you'll sleep better, and you'll just start creating a little bit of what we call heart coherence. And then there's other techniques, obviously, which create resilience, where you can really go through your day with more energy and resilience.
Is it useful to, towards the end of that exercise, perhaps ask the heart if it has a message for you, or if your soul has a message, or?
Sure, sure, exactly. If someone wants to spend a little bit more time, maybe 10, 15 minutes, uh, you can ask a question and then just sit still. Don't think about the question. That's the important thing, right? So you don't want to ask the question and start thinking about the answers. You want to just ask the questions and just focus on breathing in and out of the heart and see what might percolate. Yeah, yeah, that would be a good little exercise to start with.
Okay. And what is awakening heart wisdom so important at this time, and how to use it to create your 2020 vision for the year 2020?
Absolutely. Great question. So, we're really part of an ascending age. So, humanity is waking up. You hear it all the time. People are waking up. People are leveling up. People are starting to feel a little bit more connected to having to do something that's more purposeful in their life. So, uh, awakening the heart wisdom, when you tap into your heart, you also grow your and can hear your intuition. That voice that you hear, your inner voice, is your intuition. It's your soul nature. It's your true authentic self. So when you get into that state, you're now tapping into your heart wisdom, right? And so when you sit in silence, you just be still and let the answers come from your heart. Maybe have a journal, a notepad by you that you can journal what comes up. But you can sit with the question of what is authentic for me? What is my purpose? How can I really, what is my vision for this new year, this new decade? And from there, let your heart create the vision instead of your intellect. And I think that's the big thing, is allowing your heart to express itself. The mind spends so much time expressing itself. This is really a great opportunity to let the heart express itself. And that's why we do the heart activation, is to get people connected into the heart, because there is an activation process. Some people might try this breathing exercise and say, I'm not feeling anything. Well, your heart maybe has been a little dormant. You haven't been reaching to it maybe for your whole lifetime. It takes time to activate. It takes time to wake up. It takes time for you to know, oh, is that a little voice, to recognize it. So,
And a lot of us have built walls around our heart through painful experiences in life. So
mhm.
that obviously doesn't help to hear that little inner voice, does it?
Yes, a lot of us have built walls. Like, children naturally are very open-hearted, right?
Yeah.
Because they have not been hurt, for the most part, most children. And so, yes, we almost want to be more childlike in a way. Um, uh, and that comes with opening the heart, really, is you'll be able to enjoy life more. And joy and happiness is really important, and is really a part of who we're supposed to be as humans. We're supposed to love and enjoy life and feel joy and happiness in our activities.
Because that feeds the whole world around us as well, right? So
Yes, yes.
now I got a question for you, but when you answer the next one, I'm going to share some pages of your website there
Sure,
just
sure,
for
of
people to
course.
see while you're talking away.
Yeah.
What's transcending and transformational breakthroughs did you experience after doing the heart math training?
Oh, absolutely. The heart math training has been really amazing, because um, this heart focused breathing is the foundation of various techniques that can be used throughout one's life. There's different little techniques based on what you need. Some of them might be in your personal relationships, certain techniques that'll help you improve your communication. There might be techniques to use in business, like prepping for the day, prepping with your heart before walking into a presentation or a meeting. Or how do you, if you get thrown off and get emotional or get charged, how do you bring come back down to a state of inner ease, to a base point. So for me, the heart math techniques have really been integral in improving my communication with my family and with my friends and with my customers and with the clients that I coach and work with on a regular basis. So, I mean, I think my family would tell you that I have changed quite a bit since I've been doing the heart math techniques and using their technology. They have developed the science, been doing the scientific research and developed technology to help people monitor. There's a little sensor to help them monitor their heart coherence, right? Because the whole purpose is to get into a state of heart coherence so that you can feel more alive, more compassionate, more joyful, to reduce some of your anxiety and fear. A lot of people have anxiety and fear these days, and just to deepen connection and communication with yourself and with others, and then of course to live more resiliently. Like, who wouldn't want to live more resiliently, live more on purpose, have more joy, right? A lot of us look outside of ourselves for that, when really we create that within ourselves. So this is doing the little steps and processes to create that right within ourselves. And the good news is that we have full control over it.
I'm sure some people haven't heard of the Heart Math Institute, even though they're really quite famous. Could you just tell us a little bit about them so people understand that this is really a serious organization, well respected, that's been around for a while?
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Heart Math Institute and Foundation has been around for, I believe, about 25 years, definitely over 20 years. And what they've done is they've done the scientific research on the heart and the brain and the body, and to see how the body functions from a energetic standpoint, a communication standpoint. And what they discovered in their science is that from our external environment, the heart actually receives information and signals the brain as to what to do. Whereas most people think we receive the information through our brain and then the brain tells the body what to do. But it actually comes in first into the heart, up to the brain, and then the brain tells the body what to do. So there's a reversal of understanding. And so our heart is also has a 6 to 8 foot 360-degree radius where we emit an electromagnetic field, and our heart's electromagnetic field is much larger than the brain's electromagnetic field. And they've also discovered that there's not only individual coherence, but there's group coherence. So a group of people together, their hearts will actually create even a larger electromagnetic field, and the hearts will synchronize with each other to some capacity. And they have also launched a global coherence initiative to work with people or to really create global coherence. And they have sensors, large sensors throughout the earth to
Measure
to
this.
to
Yeah,
measure
monitor.
the Earth's electromagnetic field. And they've,
Yes.
interestingly enough, they've also discovered that the heart's electromagnetic field synchronizes with the Earth's electromagnetic field. So it's all tied and interrelated. Our heart is tied to other people's hearts, other animals, and the earth itself. So really, we are one system,
Yes.
this planetary earth system. So when people say we are one more than we really realize.
Yeah, I think it's we vibrate with the Schumann resonance
That's
frequency, I
right.
think. If
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
correct.
we do.
So tell us about your free heart activation class.
Yeah, absolutely. At my website at Jen with two N's, JENN Dickens.com heartmath.com/awaken, there's more information on the heart activation and what it is. And it's really an opportunity for people to uplift their spirits, to feel more, get into the heart, feel more alive, compassionate, and joyful, start learning a few things on what they can do to reduce anxiety, to deepen their connections, to really help live more resiliently, and what affordable resources and tools they can get access to if they really want to look at awakening their heart wisdom or to live life with more heart. It's a 1-hour activation class. They can just sign up and then they'll receive the information for the next class that they can attend. And it'll be online for now. And we haven't started doing live in-person activation classes yet, but those are actually coming soon. We call them coherence hotspots.
Okay.
So yeah, absolutely.
So, and also people can get 25% off their first session after they've had their free consultation, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And also, the HeartMath Institute just came out with a new 90-minute online program broken up into 10 courses or 10 sections, and it's only $29.95. It's just an amazing, amazing new program. It just launched in January, so it's new to the public. It's a great way for people to attend the activation, or they can get that information on the website as well for the HeartMath Experience program. But a really affordable way to get started, to learn 5 techniques, to learn the science directly from the scientists and the founders of HeartMath. So that's a great tool as well.
And I see the personal coaching, that's all part of the package, or is that a separate thing?
The personal coaching is if someone really wants to work on certain issues that they want to resolve. Maybe not even necessarily issues, right? Because we're talking about creating the vision. So if for some reason you're not quite able to get into the heart, or you've tapped into something that you feel like you want to, release, let go, and surrender, and move through something, that's where the personal coaching can come in. Coaching is always a great way. It's a great support system to help you achieve your goals. And I've had a coach throughout my lifetime. I've had a financial coach, I've had a personal coach, and it makes such a difference for keeping you on track to really achieve your own personal objectives. Absolutely. And there's also group coaching as well for people who, maybe enjoy the group collaborative environment. It's a little bit more affordable, and it's in like a 6-week structure, or I should say 3-month structure, once every 2 weeks, and you kind of get to gel with a small group of people. It's a little bit more social, but also sometimes, usually in a group and in a collective, there will be a common they will all have common things that they want to work on. And it's funny, you might not want to express it, but then somebody else will. So or you express something and then the whole group benefits from it. So it's a kind of a win-win and a bit more affordable.
And do you have any immersion retreats programmed in the near future, or?
Well, yeah, in November, the first week in November, HeartMath Institute has an amazing HeartMath immersion retreat in um, uh, not Cozumel, Tulum, Mexico,
Sure.
at this beautiful resort. I just went this year, again in November, or I should say last year. It was just beautiful, first-class resort, really nice facility, great time of year, and you just really immerse yourself in the science and what's new, and in working in groups and creating a vision and being part of that global coherence initiative as well. And people come in from all over the world. There was people from Singapore, from Cairo, Egypt, from Brazil, from Canada and Australia. It was amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sorry, before the new workshop you mentioned by the Heart Math Institute, was that the Heart Math Experience?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so we've
And that's on
mentioned
my website as well.
it.
Yeah, I'll have it up in this evening. I just was
Okay,
finalizing the details on that.
sure. Anything else you wish to share? We got about 2 minutes left, or
Oh,
actually 1 minute
sure.
left.
Yeah, I would just say, this is a great time of year. The beginning of the new year is a great time to really release and surrender what's old, to make room for the new, to bring in new opportunities in their life, to feel passionate and joyous and fulfilled. And connecting through the heart creates all of that. If they want to feel more joy, if they want to feel more happiness, it's not always about accomplishing some huge objective or financial or wealth. Sometimes you just want to be happy, and happiness comes from within. And so I really commit to ask people to commit to their own happiness, their own joy, and their own fulfillment by checking out the heart activation class, checking out the heart math experience, starting the process, and just exploring what unfolds, following what they're guided to do, but connecting with the heart before they move forward.
And also, just a reminder for those who are in the holistic wellness business, you can also reach Jennifer concerning her marketing services at wholelifemarketing.com. Is there any other coordinates you wish to give out aside from your website, which we've said a few times, but I repeat it one more time? Jen with two N's, Dickens, Dickens.com. Any other coordinates you wish to give out?
No, they can access my social media from there if they want, on Facebook and Instagram. And but most of this is kind of a one-on-one, and it's just such an honor and a blessing, right, to be on your show and to get to speak to your audience. And in any way I can serve, with any heart wisdom, and or marketing wisdom, 25 plus years in marketing, I'm happy to serve and support.
Okay, excellent. Well, thanks a million for coming on the show. It was wonderful to have you, and we'll hopefully have you again at some point in the future. And sending you blessings all the
Thank
way
you.
along.
Thank you. You
So
too, Ray.
you're welcome. We would like to thank our show technician, Donald Newsom, and our sponsors, Communion Marketing Communications, Wellness Marketing Experts, and Strategic Marketing, Website Design, and many other things. If you'd like to sponsor the show or advertise during the show and get great exposure within the wellness community, please contact us for information on our packages. You can go to bbsradio.com to get the contact information. You can also call me on 514-798-2737 or Raymond at bbsradio.com. On Skype, Raymond Morris, all in one word. May the grace and the blessings of the divine creator be bestowed upon each and every one of you. Your host, Raymond Morris. Namaste, Jennifer. Take care.
Namaste. Thank you,
All the
Ray.
best. Bye-bye.
Bye.